Live now. And we've got hello everyone, and thank you for joining episode of Magnets and Mental Health. Keith, thank you for joining. Unfortunately, Keith, you had some rather bad news about a week, 10 days ago.
Yeah.
Would you like to share that with everyone, Keith?
Well, my mum had an accident at home and she broke her hip and she was rushed to the hospital and that convalesce from hospital to the convalescent home. Because of her age of 90, right,
Good age.
she had complications and she was going downhill. She packed up for eating, drinking, and prior to all this, when it was before her 90th birthday, she said to me, "You know, son, I've had enough. I don't want to carry on anymore." I said, "Why is that?" "Well, I've got nobody." She said, "I've got no friends. I've only got family, and you guys don't get in touch with me all the time." I said, "Well, Mum, let's put it this way. Every time I try to phone you, you either go, 'Hey, can you speak up a bit louder? I can't hear you.'"
Oh, bless her.
So, yeah. Basically, that's Tuesday. My mum died at 8 o'clock in the morning.
I'm so sorry, Keith.
Basically, hit me like a freight train.
Rest
She
in
had
peace.
4 hours before that. She had 4 hours of remaining in life,
Okay.
and she went downhill after that. It's strange. Now, when my dad died, I felt his presence. I still feel his presence now. But I didn't, for some reason, I didn't feel Mom's presence. All I heard was about, I said, "What time is this now?" My brother. "What time is this?" 8 o'clock. Keith, why? 8 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. That is strange. He said, "What was that?" Well, about 8 o'clock in the morning, I heard my mum shouting, "Kate! Kate! Are you up?"
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
So, it's a bit of a somber start to tonight's episode, as everyone knows. And I'm sure everyone will agree with me, and we're passing our best wishes on to you, Keith.
Well,
It's not an easy time. I've lost both my parents, and it's something, unfortunately, that's going to happen to 99.9% of people. But you've got a strong community behind you, Keith. Lots of friends, and a wonderful, wonderful magnet fishing, treasure hunting, YouTube community. And, you know, I know it's easier said than done, but think of the good memories. Try and focus on the good memories, mate,
Yeah.
because the bad memories will destroy you and they'll rip you open, and we don't want that. You
No.
know, we Keith Pointer, the history man, your mum, and your dad looking down on you right now, as are mine, and they're proud of us, Keith. So,
Actually, I know it sounds absurd, but my house is haunted.
really,
Oh yeah, it's haunted to the better if you think about it. The previous owners before me, well, many before then, the first lot of people that came into this house in 1938-39
right.
was Mr. and Mrs. Salt.
Hmm.
Now, Mr. and Mrs. Salt, right, I've not met them or even spoke to them, you know.
Mm.
There's been other people living there before them, and they felt the presence, but moved on fairly quickly. I love it here. I embrace them
Good.
because I don't have anything against the people that was here before me and the animals. There's loads of animals. There's dogs, cats, mice, you name it. I don't know, but there's quite a few. And even my other two previous cats, Tabby and Smoker, when I went to bed last night, I always heard one or the other purring.
Mm.
When they start purring, I fall asleep. Now it's like a lullaby sort of thing, and I fall asleep. It's around about 4 o'clock every morning, right? In the summer,
Mm.
I get aches and pains, and and my back locks up. But when they start purring, it's sort of the pain sort of disappears, sort of thing. Yeah, until you wake up in the morning screaming your head dogs again because basically you started acting up again.
Blimey.
Yeah, I'm
Just going to say hello to a few people, Keith, because we've got the chat people the people in the chat have been quite active in the last little while. Charlie Nibs, welcome, sunshine. Finest Keith, evening fishing, evening Terry, Keith, chat, evening, finest keepers. Chris B, that's a new name, isn't it, eh? Is it Chris B? Southend Dippers, welcome. Adventures with Vinny and fam, hi Vinny.
good on you, Vinny.
Right, Charlie Nibs has put this. I'm sorry to hear that, Keith. Thinking of you and sending you thoughts and prayers your way, bud. Bless him.
Yeah, I appreciate
Vinny has put my partner's mum, 50, and she's had to go to hospital for a lump. She's got to go back on Monday due to a shadow on her lungs. You know, with age comes lumps and bumps and more hospital visits. It is quite, sad. Just make sure that there's nothing else. Sean Adventures and Little Sophie Magnet Fishing. Hi, mate. Hi, Sean. Thank you for joining, sunshine. Right, I'm going to give everyone just a quick update. I did say Magnets and Mental Health is going to be every Sunday, and every Sunday it will be. I did say it will also be 7 p.m. until 8 p.m. Tonight we've started at just gone 6. That's because of changes within my own personal space, my personal life.
he's got it.
I've been invited out tonight, so I'm going to finish this Magnets and Mental Health in about half an hour's time, and then I've got to quickly jump in the bath, get changed, and I'm out for tonight. So I'm just letting people know Magnets and Mental Health will be here. It will be every Sunday, but it will be any time between 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. every Sunday. We will try and advertise it beforehand, unlike tonight, unlike last week when I was very, very much worse for wear with a horrible bug. And the week before when me and Keith we just swagged it, and we didn't really know what topics we were going to cover. And sometimes we don't. And that's why it's important, everyone in the chat menu, give us things to talk about. If you need advice on something, if something's happening in your personal life and, like my own private lives that I'm sure many of you are aware of. You know, it's an ear. We're an ear. We can listen. We can offer advice, and it's up to you guys if you take it or not.
Don't forget, guys out there, right? We've been there. We've got the T-shirt. We even got the film rights. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Sorry about that. I'll just put something up right. 5G killed my pigeons when they activated it. Really, Manef? That's quite disturbing and quite worrying because there is conspiracies right now. I don't know if you're aware, Keith, but there are conspiracies regarding 5G internet access, super fast mobile internet. Is it safe?
It ain't.
Well, according to Manef, no, it certainly isn't safe. So,
It's not. Oh, but it is for mankind, but
right.
not for animal or bird life kind.
Well, then it shouldn't be allowed. There should be scientific evidence to provide to the House of Lords or the House of Commons.
Oh,
And these things should. It's all about money, Keith, isn't it? It's all about money. It's all about contracts and the rich getting richer and the poor getting fucking poorer. Pardon my friend.
For you, Shell, you know, petrol, Shell, energy, Shell, we call now internet. Now, get this, I got rid of internet with Shell because they were so bloody dear. My internet was 54 quid a month. Shot up from 24 quid to 54. I got rid of them. But they kept on sending me, oh, well, you owe this amount of money, you owe that amount of money, you owe, you've got to give us the router back. I said, hang on a minute, you owe me 12 quid for the router, right? But you want it back. Well, if you don't give it us back, you'll have to pay 35 quid. I said, you what? You can take a running knife off due to a place. There's a place for Shell, right? It's owned by the Galaxy, but it's called Uranus. You stick it where Uranus is. Yeah.
That just got on there a little bit late, Keith, but yes, that's quite.
Here's one for you. Shell on the news has said they was in the black, right, because they got so much money. Get this, £53 million they made profit of. 53 million.
I read the same thing, Keith, and it's quite disgusting, isn't it?
It is disgusting. And the ripping off people that used to read GPO, which I was. Us off. Oh, we're not going to put it up, not just yet. Then the bill lands on your doorstep. 54 quid a month after £24. You've got to be joking. I said, you've got to stick that up where the sun don't bloody shine, I'll tell you.
Absolutely. They reckon 90% of the UK population now is living on the breadline. I think it was saying like 90% of people are living in debt, uncontrollable debt. And now, where I live right now, our gas for a little 2-bedroom house, and we don't have it on often, but obviously, you know, the guy I live with, he can suffer with what's known as cold seizures. And if it's too cold or too warm, he can have a seizure. It can bring on a fit. So he has to regulate the temperature. But we don't have it on all the time. And do you know, just to run a bath here, it costs nearly £1.50. To have the heat on for about 3 hours, it costs about £3. It is ridiculous. We're now spending about £35 a week just on gas.
Here's one for you. Right, I had electric voucher. Right, I had a voucher from the electric people, right, and gas. I can put it on either one or the other or both.
Right.
50 quid on my gas and 16 quid in electric. I had a look at my electric meter. It's only been, 5 days, 6 days? 5 weeks, just for argument's sake. I've looked at my meter, it's down to 12.
Really?
26 in there only 5 days ago.
It's crazy, and I don't think people realise just how bad this winter's going to be.
Here's another thing, right? Not many people know this. I didn't know until later on. Right? Don't you, I'm 64, yeah, getting on 65. When I become a retirement, per se, I get not 200 but 500 pounds towards my heating and electric.
What's that, annually? Is that yearly?
That's for cold, what they call cold. You know, when you're on the dole, you usually get cold payments.
Yeah.
Part of the cold payment scheme.
Yeah.
Well, for the cold part, this is for the cold payment scheme for people who are 65 onwards. Now, I wasn't told of this until my Tommy, who's just become 65. He's retired early because he's 4 months older than me.
Right.
I slipped behind because I'm 4 months younger than him, and I have to go and wait until I'm 66 before I'm retired. But mentally and physically speaking, I'm retired at the age of 64 because of my disability.
Limited capability for work.
Right, which is MS. Which is at the moment, I'm on zone 2 and 3, yeah, because of my shapes.
Right.
And the disability side of it. Okay, that's rules into it. I should get some what they call disability cold payment.
Right.
Now, the disability cold payment scheme for people who've got a disability, including your mate, Ted, could get between £200 and £300 a month, depending on cold climate.
Really?
Yeah. Now, here's a cruncher. People who are 65 onwards get a cold climate payment if it goes below between 10 and 8 centigrade. If it gets down below 8 centigrade, then you can get paid.
It's something that we'll have to look into, certainly with Steve. Yeah, Manef has put, how odd, my pigeons are all dead after 2 months of 5G being activated. Mind you, squirrels are not dropping dead as yet, which is a good thing, as he considers them as pets too. I do. Personally, I like a squirrel. I really do like a squirrel. I think they're a fantastic one of God's creatures. Really lovely to watch. Unfortunately, they still come under the vermin category, don't they, Keith?
Yeah.
So they carry diseases.
The vermin at the moment are...
Hi, Scott.
Animal-wise, as you know, rats, mice and squirrels. Right? Squirrels were brought over during the 1800s.
Really? What, they weren't native to the UK, was they not?
No. The grey squirrel came from America, right? Same goes with the vermin, which is now the red signal claw type crayfish. It's not native. That came from America as well.
And that's in London canals now. I've seen a few.
And the black one, the all black one, it's only that big, right? Which is native to our country.
Yeah, the red ones.
They're dying off because the red signal have got like a disease. Only affects other crayfish.
Right.
So they're there. There's grey squirrels, right, are from America. They came over in the 1700s, 1800s, right, for food. So the gentry can shoot them and kill them and roast them and everything else and use the fur for clothing.
Yeah.
Red squirrels was pushed out by the grey squirrels because the grey squirrels have got some sort of furring type disease that killed the red squirrels off. And now
Okay.
they're being pushed as far as up towards Scotland.
Really?
Also in the Isle of Wight as well.
Wow.
Yeah. The Isle of Wight, the Isle of Man, and also some of the Scottish heritage up there. The island there, Isle of Mull and Wren there, they're all red squirrels. No black and no greys. And if they do decide to get over there, they'll be shooting them first. So
Wow.
our native red squirrels will stay alive.
Mm.
And our native red squirrels are only that big.
Okay.
Right, the grey squirrels are this big.
They can be.
Yeah. And not only that,
Squirrels.
here's one for you. Fish. Certain types of fish in our lakes and rivers and ponds and that. Right, zander is one of them. Grayling is another. Right, and the third most ones are that basically are still used today, but you can't eat them as such. Pity.
Okay.
It's the red-tailed roach.
Red-tailed roach.
Red-tailed roach is from America, and they grow to a size of 8-10 inches long.
Right.
And our native ones are only 6 inches.
Really?
And they only got them in as sport. They haven't bothered to, they brought them in for sport and also for food. Right, but the latest ones are the red ones. They even tried to bring in mullet, which is a sea fish that they're hoping to introduce into rivers. Why? I don't know. It's the same as beavers. Beavers are being invited in. I've seen a great squirrel on the mall in Edinburgh, Glasgow. May have done, but they're very rare to find. And if they do find them, they kill them straight away because they're not native to our country.
Okay.
I must have 50 plus squirrels, only one semi-tight.
Only one semi-tame, so only one can he handle. Like it virtually comes up to his hand. Yeah, I find that they're very not very trusting, are they, squirrels?
Well,
I think
here's another one. Here's another one. Birds.
Go on.
Oh, well, there's no out there that's foreign to our country. Oh, but you'd be wrong. Parakeets.
Right, parakeet, yeah.
Green parakeets are hanging around in massive big flocks around by Midworth in Birmingham, just outside Birmingham.
Right.
Right. Parakeets green with red heads, right? So they've broken loose from a zoo and introduced themselves into the area, and they got liking to the area. So now they're producing more flocks than you can imagine. The same as what there's 1, 2 people have noticed different types of animals. Like there's a panther still on the loose. There's wallabies that's been hanging around. There's been on TV about on times about it. It's not old. It's old news basically, but it's a new type of animal. There's another one which is similar to a cat, but it's not an actual cat itself. It's a wild cat one. It's like a lynx, but smaller.
Wow.
Right, and they've been moving back into the city area. People think, that's a lovely cat, you know. It ain't a cat. It's a wild animal.
Bloody dangerous.
Yeah, they are. They're bloody dangerous.
There's one in Kent. There's a famous one, and they're down south in Kent. that people keep seeing, but no one can get close enough to actually like find out.
They take photos of it. They've had these like trial cameras up all over the place. Right? Not only picking out people who are doing things they shouldn't do, like fly tipping by J.R. Hartley, but even so, there's been loads of things. I wouldn't want one up your trouser leg lock. Yeah, well, here's one for you. You know, we've got ferrets.
We have, yeah. A lot of people keep pets nowadays.
Yeah, and there's also been sightings of different types of snakes. A native snake is an adder. You can tell an adder from the back of its head, it's like a V shape, right? You can tell that from a green or brown, well, they call them lawn or grass snakes. You can tell from those because they're smaller and they haven't got any zigzags on them. But of late, there's been another type of snake that's been introduced by accident and left to the wild because they couldn't be bothered to look after it.
Really?
Thinking they could look after it and find that they can't look after it, and they took it back into the wild. Why? I don't know. It's like down by us, there's snapping turtles been sighted in one of the miners.
I'd love a turtle, mate, as a pet. I'd love a Bavarian little turtle.
There's also terrapins have been found in there, even a alligator.
Really?
Yeah, alligator.
Ah.
Now there's been loads of wildlife. Yeah, loads of adders up at Cannock Chase. Yeah, right there. But also there's another we call it now snake. You've got to be careful. Right? It's a brown snake, right? And one bite of that, and basically it's 6 months in hospital. It's worse than the adder. Now the adder bites and they do inject a venom, but they are elusive ones. They you see them on the track or anywhere, you avoid them.
I still think we're lucky in the UK as a whole, mate, compared to the rest of the world, and certainly compared to our cousins over the pond in America.
These snakes came from America. These snakes that came from America, and they're called an all-brown snake.
Right.
As they usually call them, cotton snakes. Because they came from the cotton area, right, when the cottons was made. Right, it came from there. What it was, this snake was introduced into the cotton industry because to get rid of the crickets that used to eat away at the seeds and the pulpit of the cotton plant.
Right, okay.
Right, these snakes was brought in for there. They came from the from Orleans, right, where it's there's loads of water, and these cotton snakes were brought into the cotton industry, and then now they've been transported out to people to look after these snakes.
Wow.
You know, like pet shops and that, they bring them in. But they don't realise these people, they think, I can look after a snake. Simple enough, just give them a few dead mice or dead chickens, chicks like, and then they'll be all right. But no, they need more. It's like an ongoing thing. So the kid said to his mum, I can't deal with this, Mum. I'll leave it to you. Mum said, well, what am I going to do with it? Oh, we've got a backyard here. Chuck it in there, see how it goes. Wrong. Now there's thousands of them in Cannock, and they're being classed as adders, but they're not all adders. They're called cotton snakes, right? And these cotton snakes can bite, and they can give you a severe trauma in your arms, your legs, anywhere if you get bitten by, even the dogs.
Yeah, the Forestry Commission, according to Scott Hargood, the Forestry Commission never said anything about brown snakes in Cannock Chase this summer. Only a warning to dog walkers about the adders.
Yeah, they make it out as adders, but they are brown snakes. It was on Sky, I think it was.
Surely there should be some law against it. I mean, ain't that misinformation? Aren't they passing on misinformation? I mean, adders are one thing, brown snakes are another.
Yeah, well, these brown cotton snakes, worse. The bite is worse than their venom, so to speak. Their venom, it sort of blisters you, right? It gives you blisters, and it gives you boils around the area where it bit you, right?
Oh dear.
So basically, you
a lot of poison, a lot of venom enters your bloodstream.
Hospital for 6 months or more.
Jesus.
Yeah, so you've got to be careful. And even some say, you know that aftershave, that Brute, or we call it now, not only Brute, there's the Old Spice. They say spray that all over.
Last in the past, Keith, isn't it? Old Spice. God blimey, I bought that for a couple of Christmases when I was a teenager.
Old Spice, because it's spicy, you don't realise that the cotton, the brown snake, the cotton snake, as they call it, right? It's a due to that stink, right? They are due to it because the coloured people used to work on the land, the cotton industry, right? Used to spray themselves with chili powder or chili spray, and it's to ward off any of the cotton snakes.
Okay.
I messaged them tomorrow, and yeah, please do.
I find that dangerous to people, and everyone should be made aware of them. Absolutely, Scott. I would.
Because basically, I have tried telling them, right, and my mate, who's a ranger at Cannock Chase, says he knows about it, but the powers that be don't want to avoid panic.
They don't want to scare people, do they? But they don't think the health and safety aspect of it, and they should. I mean, how is that not risk assessed? You know what I mean, it's disgusting.
I don't know, but I'll tell you one thing: there's a lot of it about. I mean, for instance, that time I got bitten on the side of my head by we call it now hornet. It wasn't no normal hornet. Our hornets are only about that big, right? Similar to a wasp, or a bit bigger, right? This was an African hornet, and it's about that big.
Wow.
The head is about as big as your thumb, right?
That scared the life out of me, mate.
It bit me right there, and my face and my whole head.
I remember that was a few months ago, wasn't it? Yeah, I remember that.
And it took with 2 lots of we call it now we call it that. I'm trying to think of the name now. These pills, right?
Like an
Antibiotics.
Antibiotics, yes.
Yeah. It took 2 lots of antibiotics and 12 weeks to let it go down. And on top of that, right, because it affected the whole of my head and my throat and everything else, it took over 16 weeks to clear up.
Oh, blimey.
Right? And I am now officially allergic to any hornets now, or wasps.
Worst reaction.
Let's put it this way: there's loads of stuff that's coming over here now, right? Apart from in the seas, which is jellyfish, the stinging ones, the ones.
Yeah, this summer we got really bad jellyfish all around the UK. We always do get jellyfish.
Man of War ones. The Man of War
Man of
ones.
Wars in UK waters. What the hell is going on? Climate change.
Warmer. It's getting warmer. I mean, let's put it this way. You know the
Hi, Andrew.
these type of wasps that come in over there, right? Now our wasps, these ones are look like baby wasps. They're about this little, they're only little, that big, you know.
China.
And there are black ones. These little black ones, right? They attack, right? They attack green fly and black fly, and they do world of good to our hedgerow and our garden. Right, the same goes with the single bees, where we make these single bee hotels of, right? And I've got loads of them picking off flies and black flies and everything else. They're doing wonders. The hornets, our own hornets, about less than the size of my thumbnail, right? You've got to be careful because they don't sting, they bite. And the African one, which is about this big, right, the African hornet, right, not only bites but leaves a venom in you, which it did with me. The doctor said to me, "You're lucky you had that done. If it was on your arm, you could have lost your arm because the venom spreads further, quicker." Right. And there's no antidote for it apart from antibiotics.
Okay.
If there was an antidote to it, it would have been cleared up long ago to meet it. Secondly, right, you've got these bullfrogs. They're not native to our country. They're native to Brazil and places where we've got sugar beet, right?
Okay,
They get rid of all these crickets and also some of the record now. They're like beetles to do. They bore into the sugar cane and they eat the sap away, and then the plant just dies, right? And it was for them, and they eat those, and then the snakes had to come in and eat the bloody. It was like. It's like a whirlwind of different insects being attacked by the bullfrogs, the sugarcane frogs, and even these snakes. And it rotates all the time when they have these when they have sugar. And even these sugar canes, they have to watch it because in some cases they have to split the cane in the centre because of these wasps. Now we're getting these wasps. These wasps, right, are indigenous to American side, right? They're called the oh, crying out loud! Hang on a second. I've got it in my head at the moment, but it's called the copper wasp. Now these copper wasps look like bronze type wasps, and they're big as your little finger, right?
Okay.
Now these wasps have orange, rusty colour body.
Okay.
And they sting like hell. They don't sting you once, they sting you umpteen times. They've got a pheromone in them that attracts all the others to say, "Hey, I've just stung you. It's your turn to sting him again, and I'll sting him later on." Yeah.
Oh my word. So it's like a beacon. Like they lay a beacon in with their sting, and then other ones then home in on that beacon.
Yeah, it's a pheromone. Now they've got spray now, right?
Yeah.
This spray is made by crushed chrysanthemums.
Okay.
Chrysanthemums, right, gives it like not only a perfume smell, right, which is indigenous to our nose, but also to a smell that will give off loads from everywhere else. other bees are attracted to it. Bees are, but
Okay.
not these wasps. These
Hmm.
wasps hate it. They hate
Really?
it because what it is, it's crushed up chrysanthemums to make it into an oil. It's mixed in with water and you've got yourself a spray gun. You spray it on these, some of them are called carpet wasps, or
Mhm.
bronze wasps. Spray it on them, right, and they kill them straight away.
Really?
Yeah, but it doesn't affect the bees because the bees are used to the smell when they go from one pollinating one chrysanthemum to another.
Hmm.
But these wasps, right, which are bigger than your finger, they tend to not only send these pheromones to all the others in the colony, but it sort of masses on it, and then suddenly you get a whole plague of them. And about one bloke got hit by about 300 of them and killed him eventually. Killed his
Mm.
wife eventually. Right, because they're called carpet wasps or copper wasps. And over in America, now they're over here. Same goes with the African hornet.
Mm.
They're coming over
It's got
here.
to be climate change, isn't it? I mean,
Some
we've
of
just
them
come out of the hottest
escapees.
summer. I can
Yeah, some of them are escapees. So, you've got to be careful what you do in the garden. And there's even some plants in the garden which, if you cut it, the sap, if it gets
Yeah.
on your hand, it can cause you a rash. Stinging nettles is one, but also stinging nettles are ideal for crushed up, and you can eat it, or you can make tea out of it, right? In
Wow.
the World War, they used it in the First World War, they used it for tea.
Hmm.
So, there's loads of stuff. We have only hit the pinnacle of
Mm.
the mountain. I mean, there's loads of stuff I could carry on and run over ever, you know.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's still not reached the area where, you got to watch out. There's loads of stuff.
Mm.
I've only touched a bit of it.
Well, the UK used to be a safe haven, didn't it? That,
Yeah.
one thing we didn't have was we didn't have killer insects. We didn't have dangerous wildlife.
Mm.
It's changing, Keith. It's
Yeah.
changing. We are getting dangerous everything now.
Yeah.
It's,
I mean,
the climate
before,
and temperatures and the heat.
years ago, right, we never used to get any dolphins to do now. Since 1900s, we started getting we call now dolphins up as far as Hull, right, as down as far as Bristol. Yeah, we get those, and then you get we got sea lions now.
Wow.
Even more so.
Well, yeah, we have actually where I live in Amarina. By all accounts, there are sea lions spotted on a daily basis.
Yeah, and here's one for you. You got basking sharks. Even sharks can now coming into it.
They are. Yeah, Pete caught a little shark on a recent fishing outing. A little baby one, but he caught it. Of plankton,
Okay.
mate.
But here's one for you. A great white was seen off Wales. A
Wow.
great white.
Wow.
If you see a great white anywhere near our shores, probably down.
Because the shores are warming up, Keith.
What it is,
They're confused.
well, no, it's not that. It's because we're getting warmer weather up here. The sea's
Well, that's
getting
it, yeah. Which warms up our waters, which confuses the wildlife within our waters because they wouldn't normally come to the UK because it's too cold for them. It's not any bloody more,
Here's one for you. There's even been red snappers, right, which you usually find down by Florida, are coming up over here.
Mm-hmm.
Red snappers have been found in the channel itself.
Wow.
Red snappers. I
Wow.
mean, even Torellian, right, which is another fish, right, it's been found Rainbow Wales and Devon. Yeah, there's loads of fish that we don't usually get because our waters are cold, supposed to be cold. But these past 5 years, we've had more influx of different types of fish.
Yeah.
Our waters are getting warmer.
They are. Who knows what next summer's going to bring, mate?
Yeah, and all the stuff I've been telling you is history in the making, because history, it could be wildlife history, it could be general history, it's history as it is. And people say to me, well, Keith, you know, it's not actually history, it is. It's called natural history.
Absolutely. Yeah, it is.
Natural history is part and parcel of history.
Of course it is.
I mean, everything
History is an umbrella. And underneath that umbrella is many, many different avenues and subjects.
And even what you talk about, what you do, and whatever you do, when you wake up in the morning, you are creating history. Even if you're getting toast, you're making history. If you go outside in the back garden and you fall over, that's history. Yeah.
Yes.
If you fell over the cat carrying your milk in.
Wonderful, Keith.
Everything you do.
Absolutely. You stub your little toe on the way to the kitchen to go and make a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
It's history. It's bloody history, mate. Yeah, absolutely. No, I fully agree.
Well, you see, the thing is, right, people, one chap said to me, only a couple of days ago, actually, she said, oh, hello, I know you. And no, hang on a minute, let me think. I was there for an hour, I said, come on, I want to go to the toilet. You know, I want to go and use the supermarket toilet, like, can you get back to me on this, mate? Because I want to go to the toilet. No, hang on a minute. Oh, it'll come to me. I mean, mate says, his name's Keith and he's a history man. Oh, that's it. Oh.
Wonderful.
Oh, bloody hell. I was there for an hour. I'm waiting for him to say it. Yeah. Brilliant.
Absolutely brilliant.
But he says, oh, you was on YouTube a couple of weeks ago. I said, yeah. Weren't you with, what's his name now? I know him. Oh, here we go again. Crying out loud. It was with the BBC, wasn't it? I don't know. Who was it? I was on my own at the time. He was on about you, Terry. He thought you was that DJ, right, with the specs. Without the specs, you look like him.
I've got my bloody specs here for today. I'm so close to the tablet, I didn't need them. But... Anyway, really?
Yeah.
I've been called Elton John a few times over the years driving a bus, but no, I've never been called a DJ.
But now I've done something stupid.
What have you done?
I know in some cases that basically if you're in some, because what happened with my mum, like, you know. I only bought 50 locos.
What's that, a train?
Yeah, I got 50 locos, that's one of them.
Now, to a train spotter, that probably means something.
Yeah, it's a Western nave. For a Western, I got a warship. I bought 4 Class 45s, 3 Peaks, Class 40, 46s, Class 50, Class 2, Class 20s, 208s, no, 308s, and a Class 9.
All over my head, Keith. I ain't got Scooby, mate. A train is a train. It goes along a track and it goes
straight. 4 of these gauge locos, right, and they're costing 50 quid a piece.
Bloody hell, mate.
Okay.
I'm going to try to
4 of those. because my brother said, how much did you spend for it? I said, roughly £1,000, boy.
Wow.
£1,000! I said, yeah, well, I'm grieving for Christ's sake.
Mm. Yes, and everybody deals with grief in a different way.
Yeah, and
You
that's how I did
The
it.
only thing that's the same with grief, and that is that time is a healer. Apart from that, everyone grieves in different ways, and I think you've done really well. But we are going to end this one now, Keith, because
Well,
it's
well,
almost,
now, because it's getting up at 7 o'clock.
and I've got to jump in the bath and get to somewhere very, very, very special.
Yeah,
So, Keith, honestly, son, hats off to you, mate. Thank you so much. I know it hasn't been long, and thank you so much for joining us.
by you, but bloody sore.
You've done us proud, Keith, and I hope collectively the community as a whole has done you proud.
What my mum said to me, she said, life's got to carry on, even regardless of what's happened around you. And I know I did something silly by buying £1,000 worth of locomotives, rolling stock and everything else.
Mm.
But my mate said, look upon it this way, Keith. With all those locos running around your layout, you know which one's which then now, don't you? I went, yeah.
Yeah.
And not only that, you can name 2 of them as your mum going around
Yes. What a lovely idea. What a lovely thought and a lovely gesture. Absolutely. I should have done something the same with my mum and dad.
The Class 20, one of them's called Doris. That loco just showed you is called Emily, because that's my mum's middle name, right? And,
Nice.
I've known the warship there in front, the Westin in front of me called Lily.
Yeah.
And it's got Lily on it, and the other one, which is at Class 20, which is called Kelly, which is another friend of mine who died. So yeah, I'm knowing all the locos now.
Why not?
Terry, you're a Class 20, mate.
Sorry?
You're a Class 20.
What's Class 20 mean?
Class 20 is a locomotive, basically. It's a diesel locomotive. And it's
fucking rocket ship, I am, sunshine.
And it is called, right, this one down London in Essex, it's named Terror.
Get in there. Nice one.
So that's how it is. I'm knowing all the locos now. So if you ever come down to my place, right, and you want loco, you see that one going round the cup, right, underneath the bridge, over the, yeah, there it is.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm knowing all of them now.
That's fucking brilliant, Keith. That's absolutely brilliant.
Well,
and thank you so much.
Also, Steve. Okay.
Mm.
But I'll tell you one thing, this is a history man coming back and saying, I've not left.
Well done. Hit the thumbs up, everyone. We are Essex Magnet Hunters. Like and subscribe. Thank you for joining this week. And we'll be back next week, possibly with a little itinerary in front of us, and might even have a show where we've got like a subjects from 1 to 10. Who knows?
Yeah, but you never know. I might bring in some
as
more.
With every week, everyone that watches, everyone that chats, without you guys, we wouldn't be here. So yeah, this is Keith signing off. I'm signing off. Indiana's asleep on the sofa, so I can't really show you Indiana. Oh, you know what?
Right.
I can show you Indiana. Indiana, would you like to show us? What would you like to see, everyone? Oh yeah, Daddy, I've got a big leather corner seat settee all to myself. Mm. Yeah. Well, Indiana has got to stay here tonight. So,
yes. Wants to go out because she's been trying to go out for a bit. She wants to chase after her boyfriends. You know, cats are.
Mm-hmm.
And
right, I've got to run a bath, Keith, because I'm really cutting it for time this week.
Terry, before you go, you know when you run a bath, do you have to chase up to get into it?
I'm going to have a good soak. For those that don't know, I've stretched my ears to 14 mil. I've got a 14 mil hole in my ears now, on both my ears. And now I can't stretch for 3 months, Keith. But I don't think I'm going to go much further. 3/4 of an inch.
That's what happens when you play by ear, mate.
Right, we're going, everyone. Thank you all for joining. We'll be back next Sunday, anytime between 5 and 8 p.m. All right, so take care, everyone. Thank you for joining. See you later, everyone. Bye.